Hey, Mackie Kyle here again with some more golden nuggets from The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. Again, we've been talking about our internal money blueprint in video 1, video 2. We learned that the things that we heard growing up and even in our adulthood years have contributed significantly to our blueprint. And today in video 3, we're going to look at the effects of modeling and how the things that we've seen in our lives, the behaviors that we've seen in others around us, how that affects our financial blueprint. He says the second way we are conditioned is called modeling. And he asked the question, did one or both of your family, in your family, your mom or your dad, did they handle money well, or did one mishandle money and one handle it well, or were they both savers, both spenders? Were they shrewd investors? Were they non-investors? Were they conservative or risk takers? Maybe, investing was never discussed in your family. He said the point is that generally speaking, we tend to be identical to one or a combination of our parents in the arena of money. So he says that throughout our childhood life, we have seen our parents or others in our family do specific things when it comes to money. Maybe you saw your parents argue a lot over money as a child, and maybe they divorced over money and you saw that as a child. Those kinds of things that you witnessed and saw directly affect your financial blueprint and what you think about money. Whether or not you realize that all this stuff is going on deep in the subconscious level, deep inside of us, and directly impacting our financial blueprints. He said there was a gentleman that came to one of his seminars, and this guy was in his late 60s, and he came up and he was practically sobbing and was talking to Harv at the end of the seminar. And he had a dad who had grown up during the Depression and was ultra conservative and struggled to put food on the table and earn money for his family. And this guy saw his dad just struggle immensely. And those things that he saw and experienced in his childhood had a deep impact on him. And he was really woeful that I think he was 63 at this late part of his life. He just figured out what was going on, and Harv assured him that he still had plenty of time to get things pulled together. And I think he said that later he had earned more wealth in 18 months than the guy had earned in 18 years, just by figuring out that one deep-seated little thing that he saw modeled in his father and how that affected him and his financial blueprint. Harv says that you can have all the knowledge and skills in the world, but if your blueprint isn't for success, you're financially doomed. Now, he also talked about your desire for earning money stemming from negative emotions. And he said, fear and anger and rebellion are obviously poor motivators to try to use to seek after financial gain. And he said, a lot of people think that because they want security for their families, that's positive, but really that's just another way of saying that they're fearful. So he says, if any, I like the way he phrased it, he said, if any of your motivation for acquiring money or success comes from a non-supportive root such as fear, anger, or the need to prove yourself, your money will never bring you happiness. And you probably will never be really successful at acquiring financial success in general. So again, he challenges us to really think back through our life experiences and to think about what we saw modeled in our families and in our friends. So his action plan for us is to become aware, consider the ways of being and habits each of your parents had around money and wealth, and write down how you may be identical or opposite of either of them, and then understanding to write down the effect this modeling has had in your financial life, and finally disassociation he says, can you see this way of being is only what you learned and isn't you? And can you see you have a choice in the present moment to be different? So again, this is video number 3. We've talked about modeling and how that's impacted our financial blueprint. Again, golden nuggets from T. Harv Ekker's Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. I commend it to you greatly. Again, this has been Mackie Kyle. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you have, I encourage you to comment below, share, and like the video. And above all else, I wish you great success.